Greetings, listeners. Hobo4Craft, aka MrHobo here, and as you may have noticed, I do have a new headset, which does mean a new microphone, and it probably sounds different. So sorry if you guys are a little thrown off, but I would like you guys to comment below and tell me how it sounds. If it's too soft, too high, too fuzzy, I don't know. Just let me know because my other mic broke, and I was like, oh my god. And I went and got a new one, and it's a really nice headset, so I'm kind of excited. Anyway, we've got Andead versus Mardow here on Blistering Sands, and Mardow's going to be spawning on the top right as the Red Zerg. You probably all know him, and Andead I'm not as familiar with, but I assume he's a good Terran player just because he's playing Mardow. And he's going to be the blue Terran spawning on the bottom left. And we're going to have a proxy barracks. So we could see fast Reapers. It did go down at 9 SCVs. So wow. Yeah, we could see a really fast Reaper come out here. And we are getting the refinery down as well. This could be bad news for Mardow. Oh my gosh. I hate this kind of cheese. Oh my gosh. This is just terrible. And these cliffs right here are so easy to abuse, especially with these shrubs that you can hide in, and there's so much space around here just to use for Reapers. Oh, and oh, excuse me. One thing I do want to say really quick, just because I keep forgetting to say it in my replays, is where I get my replays is Starcraft2repository.net. That's SC2REP.net. SC2rep.net. I just wanted to say that because, oh my gosh, they have so many replays, and it's just a really nice site, and I wanted to let you guys know. But anyway, we are going to get a 15 hatch for Mardow, so this is a really standard opening. He has no idea until now, of course, that Andead is in fact going for those fast Reapers, and he is researching those nitro packs, which do give the Reapers extra speed. Now getting an orbital command at about 11, which will give him the ability to come back in economy with those mules. But Mardow throwing down that spawning pool, I don't know if that's when he would have wanted to. It looked like it was about 16, but he definitely needed to get that down for some kind of defense against this Reaper Hast that he is now anticipating. And, ooh, yep, here comes those mules, and those are going to be a big help in getting back into the economy. Like I said, Mardow using his overlords very well actually for this situation, because he'll be able to see if the Reapers are jumping around on the cliffs and whatnot, and that's just a good play. I would bring this one out right here, which I think he is doing now. We're gonna see some Zerglings pump out, so we could see this be harassed, but some Zerglings are coming out here as well. And it looks like, ooh, a little miss micro there maybe. I don't know what he was doing with that. Maybe a little scout. But Zerglings are not faster than a Reaper with Nitro Pack upgrades off of Creep. They're about the same on Creep, so he has to be really careful, and he really needs to get this metabolic boost up. But he just put his drones in the slang, and there's a second drone that goes down, and the Queen is now out. So that will be a nice little range unit. But there are now 2 Reapers. Ooh, and oh, one of those Zerglings is about to get picked off. Oh, there goes one. There goes 2, and just 2 hit by both of these Reapers. So 1 hit really. Oh, there goes another Zergling. They're just getting massacred, and the Queen does get off 1 hit. Ooh, there goes another hit on a different Reaper. That's going to be huge overtime. Oh, and Micro in these back, but oh, his Queen's taking a lot of hits. Gotta be careful not to come off that creep, and there it goes down. 2 more hits, and these Zerglings are just wasting away. Oh, there's a 3rd Reaper now, and oh my gosh, there's still not metabolic boost, and oh my god, these Zerglings are just getting massacred. 2 more picked off here, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, this looks terrible right now for Mardow. And back here, we're just seeing Andead put up a couple more barracks. Oh my gosh, there could be a Reaper go down. There was a little bit of miss micro, excuse me, but there's another Reaper. Oh, and 1 might go down. 1 does go down, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many units lost. I'm gonna go to the units lost tab. 25 units lost for Mardow. A good deal of those have been Zerglings, and now there's no defense whatsoever to defend against these Reapers, and they are just tearing away at every drone possible. And there is metabolic boost halfway done, but oh my gosh, it's so late just because there and he pulls all of his drones off the line. He does have to, but I mean, he's just so far behind in economy. Gonna go to the income right now, and oh my gosh, Andead is just about double what Mardo has at this moment, because he was behind in the beginning because of that fast barracks that he had put down, but it obviously paid off, now doubling Mardo's income, and he's gonna go for this queen, but he might lose a Reaper in the process. I can't believe that metabolic boost is not out, but right as I was saying that, it did finish, and woo, we have a good amount of Zerglings here, so it looks like this Reaper harass will be on the down low for now. He could still abuse this cliff up here and come around. I'm pretty sure that Reapers are a little outrun by Zergling Speedlings, but it's hard to say with those nitro packs on, but we're just going to be seeing a lot of barracks go down, which is a common transition after a heavy Reaper harass like we just saw. Oh my gosh, and we're going to be just seeing Marine Marauder compositions as of yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Starport go down here pretty soon, transition into Medevac, and now Mardo's just macroing up, trying to catch up here. A little behind in the harvester count, about 5 behind, which actually is a lot. And oh my gosh, guys, 1 Reaper lost, 4 Andead here, and 34 units lost for Mardo. That is huge. A good deal of those were Zerglings. I'm going to say about at least 5 were drones. And ooh, this could be bad for Mardo. I think, oh yeah, he would definitely get just dominated if he tried to confront this here. He should be throwing down a spine crawler. There's one. I would try and throw down another, but it might be a little late because this army is pushing in right now. There's going to be a lot of Zerglings that are going to be made. There are 14 on the way. Good call. We're getting that attack level 1 on the way. And oh, these Reapers are going to be really vulnerable if he sweeps around and gets them. And oh, he actually uprooted the spine crawler. Devastating because it will not do anything, but Mardo did get a very nice round off on all of these Marine and Marauders, and they all go down. Oh my gosh, just massacred at that choke. What a nice round. And these 2 final Marauders will be picked off. Andead actually doing something very subtle, not trying to run away with his Marauders because obviously Speedlings are faster, just leaving them there, leaving them to do the damage that they can before they all die. So that is something subtle that some people just overlook, but props to you, Andead. Getting a little bit of a block here, and that is a good idea as well. Putting the Marauders up front even to do all the tanking, that will allow these Zerglings to not pass. So, I mean, both players playing very well so far. Mardo might be a little flustered still here, but he is setting his Speedlings to attack this vulnerable, destructible rocks. No bunker of any sort back here. Normally you just send a couple Marines back here to defend. If I were Andead, I would actually like to transition into, oh yes, he is doing it right as I say it. Apparently he can hear me through time and space, as Day 9 would say. I was just going to say I would transition into just getting this choke blocked off just because it's more comfortable, especially with this many Speedlings running around on the map and with all this creep being spread out. Very mobile, very deadly. So we're going to see just a tech here to lair for Mardo. I'm going to be interested actually to see what Mardo transitions into. I would hope Mutas, just because Mutiling is so powerful if used correctly, if you harass very well as well. But 3 spine crawlers down here, very good, and using that scan to take away this creep, which will bring it back to about here, which is very important to decrease the mobility of all these Speedlings because they're fast enough. You don't want them super fast. Oh, and these back rocks are gonna go down. Ooh, but all Mardo has are Speedlings. The question is if he's going to have enough uprooting the spine crawler. Oh, this could be very bad. He is transitioning, in fact, to Hydras just because he's not going tech. It's a mainly Marine Marauder ball here. Excuse me, and we're going to have a couple Hellions, of course, that will probably do a ton of damage. And a Banshee, even. Oh, this Queen is probably going to have to do a lot of helping. We're going to get a big surround on all these Marines and Marauders, but all these Zerglings just massacred by those Hellions, and a lot of damage done to this Marine Marauder ball, but still a Hellion alive, and Stimpack being used, but no Medevac. Oh, that Stimpack was a little unnecessary, and it will come back to haunt Andead just because he needs as much life as possible. Use a Stimpack basically on those drones, but so much damage going down here at Mardow's base. Look at all this damage. These tech buildings could be very well endangered, but focus firing all sorts of things. I would focus fire the Hydralisk den and then the spawning pool, but now Hydralisk on the way, so these could come out in time, but they are just going to get focus fired down one by one, so that is not good. Excuse me, I'm going to cough here. And we're going to get, ooh, 6 Hydralisks out, excuse me. Wow, all this action just makes me really want to cough. But, wow, Mardow, just at the last second, was able to get about 9 Hydralisks out, which did, oh my gosh, look at all of these Marauders. That is an insane amount of Marauders. Oh my gosh, and this is one of the reasons I would like to go Mutiling, just because I would be able to deal with this Banshee very easily, and oh my gosh, that is a lot of Marauders. Obviously they cannot attack air, and I would just be in heaven picking all those off with like 5 or so Mutos. We're going to see this huge, oh, and we do have Medivacs, which will make this an even more powerful Marauder Ball army. Using the scan very well, just in case there are banelings of some sort, which is pretty common, to bury a couple banelings where you know your enemy will be at a critical point, and then just pop them up to destroy a huge ball like this. But looks like this Overlord might get picked off here. And these Medivacs just doing work, healing everything that was at low HP. And we're going to get these Spinecrawlers to come in, but they take 12 seconds to root in, and they will not be able to do so in time, and they just get destroyed. And we're going to get a little bit of an ambush here while the Hydras push at the front, and they're doing so much damage. And we're going to see the Marine Marauder Ball just come right back at all these Hydralisks, and look how much damage these Hydralisks do. Oh my gosh. And it's just going to be who's going to be able to pick off everything at once, and these drones are being pulled off the line. It's all in for Mardow at this point. If he's not able to pick these off, this could be a good game. Still pumping out Zerg. Oh my gosh, this is so bad for my health right now. He is pumping out some Zerglings, and he is going to try to get us around, but these Medivacs doing so much work. He's losing, oh my gosh, and Andead does pull back. Does lift off with those Medivacs at the last second before all of his Marauders do go down to those drones and Zerglings and a couple Hydras. But man, it just does not look good for Andead when he is pressed into his base. He's lucky that he does have an Expo, in fact. If he was pressed into just one base, he would be totally done. When his Zerg does not have map control, it's especially against the Terran, it's very difficult for him to come back. Ooh, and we're going to have another encounter, and we're just going to see maybe one Marauder get picked off, maybe 2, and a third, which, oh, very good for Mardow. But these Medivacs doing so much work. Hopefully he can pick a couple off, but mismicroing his Hydralisk here and letting them get hit by those concussive shells. And we're going to see another couple of Marauders go down. Ooh, these so many Hydralisks just doing all that damage. Oh my gosh, guys, why am I coughing so much? Oh geez, but I think Mardow is just dealing with this very well. Most Zergs would be in a panic just back and forth, but we're gonna see the Spinecrawler go down. That's unfortunate. Was the only sort of defense, but luckily he does have all of this creep on which Hydralisks move very quickly. Just a lot of Marauders still being pumped out, which obviously are very powerful against these Hydralisks, but they do have +1 upgrade. 13 damage. I mean, oh, it's tough to say. I think, oh, look at all these Hydralisks, you guys. That will take out this Marauder Ball any day. And it does not look good as far as unit composition goes for Andead. At this point, I would try to